Hello everybody, this is Tilly here. We are casting a game here played from the Collegiate Star League, which is brought to you by Twitch TV and TTT Esports by Thermaltake. Here we have the Orange Protoss with LVG, which is playing for the South Dakota State University team, and then down over here on the right side we have Ron Yor, which is playing the Red Terran, and he is playing for University of Nebraska at Lincoln. Let's here play the game and see how it turns out. Right here we're watching this. The Collegiate Star League is a really cool league here. They is set with a bunch of teams that are only for colleges and college students. They are made up of. They're all from the United States or Canada, and all the players must be in some kind of class and be registered at the school in some which way. Really exciting here at the start of the game. They are all mining. There's our first action. The Protoss here, the VG, putting down his first pylon. See if he can't get his Jackrabbits, the South Dakota State University, out to a head start here in this match. They play a set of 4 games, which there's 3 1v1s and a 2v2. This one here on dual side is the MLG version of the map. There he is, chrono boosting out, the VG chrono boosting out his probes. Want to keep the chrono boost low. You see he's already gotten high, he missed one there. We'll see how well that works out for him. There he is, Bron Yorn getting a little behind there to get down his first barracks, but he gets it down there along with making sure not to get, make sure he keeps his SCV production going there, going for a little bit, making sure his SCVs don't go away. And there you see the VG going down for his assimilator. And Bron Yorn going ahead and throwing down his refinery right at the exact same time. Got pretty standard builds right now, and there he is. Bron Yorn is finishing off his wall off. Make sure he can protect himself from any funny business. And the VG going ahead and putting down the second pylon. This map here is a very interesting one. I like how it's got 2 different contrasting styles. You've got the nice lush forest, and then down here it's all burnt to heck. You got lava. Give you a little variety in your match. Oops. There he's got a SCV sitting out there not doing much, and he could probably be producing. Oh, there he's got his first Marine coming out, and the probe finally scouting where his guy is, just to find out that there's a wall there. Not a whole lot he can do about it. And then he's sending out his SCV to see what he can find, and he'll find as standard as you get right now. Just going ahead and getting his cybernetics score, getting the second assimilator down. Meanwhile, Bron Yorn is go ahead and getting his orbital command going, and now hopefully him start using it. There goes down his mule. Go ahead and get in the reactor first to see if he can pump out those Marines for either a safe build to protect himself, or maybe a little bit of poking and prodding. There's the assimilators getting done. He's researching his cybernetics core and pulling out a stalker there. The VG for Nebraska going ahead and for South Dakota going ahead and making sure that he sees whenever the Terran goes ahead and finds out when he wants to expand, that he'll know exactly the time and placement of it, so then he can respond accordingly. Meanwhile, for himself, he go ahead and puts down 2 more gateways. Possibly could see a 3-gateway robo build. And there's that Marine go ahead and chasing out that probe. He wants to protect himself. He wants to hide as much as he can. And getting a tech lab down to the factory that he just completed and immediately going into Starport. Missing a few chrono boosts there on the cybernetics core to get that warp gate out a little bit quicker, and then there's the robotics bay. Meanwhile, our Terran is getting that siege deck for his tanks, which is always a good deal. Tanks are always handy, especially when you've got a lot of got 3 gates. You're going to see some decent amount of gateway units out of our Protoss, our Jackrabbit here. Completing a starport, and go ahead and putting on that tech lab. We might see some Banshees or something, Ravens possibly. Got a scouting marine there. Over here you can see this here probe just hiding up against this wall. I guess he's feeling kind of lonely. He doesn't feel like going over here and getting the Zelnaga watchtower, I guess. As you can see here, he's just started his expansion, getting a pylon out there so he can warp units. And the marine, didn't actually get to see that pop in there, so he doesn't know that he's expanded yet. The Jackrabbit will get a little bit of an advantage here against our Husker. There he pops out his first tank. He's got a decent little army here. If we look at the army tab, the unit tab, we've got 23 SCVs to 24 probes, and he's using the mule there. Army-wise, 10 Marines, 3 Stalkers, a Sentry, and 4 Zealots with that 1 tank. Yeah, they're both about pretty even here. As you can see, 42 of 42. He's getting himself supply block, while Bonjour has got it 46 of 51. So pretty even, but that supply block's going to hurt him. Siege tank saying no, but he probably put that there. He gets the siege mode. He's going to go ahead and use that. Well, he probably shouldn't have kept. I don't know if that's going to be cost effective and worth it down the long run. That battle probably wasn't worth it. There again, we do see that Raven. That's an interesting tactic. We'll see how that works out for him in the long run. Well, the VG gets out his observer. Go ahead and keep eyes on his opponent at all times. There we see the probe transfers, the Nexus finishes, and go ahead and using that, the Chrono boost. He probably could do some upgrades. Oh, there you go, putting down the forge. And not using the robotics facility when you can see he's got a decent amount of minerals. He probably should be making something out of it. Oh, there goes the Immortal. Go ahead and making me sound like saying he doesn't know what he's doing, and go ahead and does it right after I say it. Well, the Terran player has got a lot of money stacking up. I don't know if he'd sit there and consider actually expanding, because with the tanks, he could make a couple of tanks and hold out there. Or it looks like he's going to go ahead and go for upgrades himself. Well, the Protoss player decides to throw down a couple more of these gateways, which brings the total up to 5. The forge there is not building anything yet, but I'm sure he'll get to it. And he's building another observer and rallying it right up here to the front, see what he can find when we catch anything going in for an attack. Both players are staying pretty well at home here. They haven't had a whole lot of in-base information since their first scouts, and so we'll see how that plays out for both of them. Here, this probe finally found his Zelnaga watchtower and feeling good. Well, he placed a proxy pylon up front here to see if he can get reinforcements. Well, the Husker go ahead and looks up front to get this other pylon here. Not a whole lot of excitement going on. We just had that one engagement here. Other than that, they're both just stockpiling their units right in front of their base and playing really safe. However, this army could be protecting this here animal. Oh, looks like he's going to head out here and take out that Marine, possibly move forward. Nope, just going to get in front there. Oh, and move back. There, the VG going ahead and getting his plus 1 armor upgrade, while the Terran player is getting his Terran infantry weapons along with another tank and a Banshee. So he's got 3 Banshees and a Raven. That's a decent composition. We'll see how well this works out for them, as they're both just sitting here macroing up. Well, Ron Yorn has a higher amount of units as of right now, especially since you got a lot more probes for this guy, or for the Protoss player. He's got 4 more probes, which isn't as lot as I thought, but he just doesn't have the army until he gets that warp in, which is going to help him a lot, but I don't know. We'll see. And this Terran player is so close to this. I don't know if he sees it yet, but sure enough, he'll probably go out here and take it down. First, I guess he worries about the probe. There, he takes out that forward pylon that he didn't get any use out of whatsoever. So now clearly he is completely aware of this and gets himself supply blocks, not thinking that his pylon will get destroyed, maybe. Well, his ground armor 1 is going to complete, and our red Terran, our Husker, is going to go ahead and get his command center finished building and go ahead and get his natural up and running on the 13-minute mark. A little bit late, but we'll see how it works out for him. I don't know where he's sending this army. As you see, the scan just went off there, so he knows what's going on. But I guess he's just going to cuddle right here. He scans up here, possibly thinking that he already has his third base, which he does not. Sending out this forward Marine to find out that they are indeed right here in front of this. Go ahead and set up the siege tanks, and he probably should have ran in there earlier. Let's see how well his engagement goes with those tanks already sieged. I don't know how well it's going to work out for him. Point defense drone set down there, and this looks like he might have a hard time protecting this expansion from all this firepower, and he probably wants to pull back to get out of range of these siege tanks. This force is just looking too powerful. There's another warp in here of purely zealots, but one of them gets takedown, 2 takedown, 3 takedown before they even get a swing off, and it looks like that fourth one's the same fate threat for him. Warps in a couple more zealots, or excuse me, stalkers, and now he's halfway done with that weapon upgrade 1, but I don't know how that's going to help him. Meanwhile, he's got some reinforcements coming in here as they go ahead and engage again, and still the siege tank's got that extra leg up. I don't know how well it's going to go for him. Marine count's getting kind of low. He takes out the first and the second siege tank, and he might be able to hold this off. And indeed he does. There he turns back his reinforcements. I don't know what this Banshee's doing. He's just hanging out having a good time, but it looks like it might be taken out. Yep, there it goes. And it looks like the Protoss is going to go ahead and see if he can retaliate. Meanwhile, he's not building a whole lot, and he's got 400 minerals, along with our Terran again also having trouble with his macro with 1,300 minerals just sitting up in the bank. Looks like they're going to go ahead and hit a high 5 before they start attacking, but they managed to get that siege tank up before he sieges and just clean that up. And here comes the Protoss going ahead, cleaning up this expansion and deciding that it's a lost cause. And there's a missed rally point. It looks like they were rallied over here and just walked past. And that siege tank looks like it's going to take out there. The SCVs are going to come in and see if they can heal, but that dies the time. And the SCVs going in and attacking. I think this might be a GG. So there's a whole lot of sitting in their own base and waiting until finally there's the GG, guys. It looks like the South Dakota State is going to go up 1-0 in this matchup, and we'll see what they are in the next game and see how it goes. I'll see you guys next time.